What is art? I am art. You are art. We are art. Everything is art. All art is important. And that means you are important too. Art can be created with your favorite art supplies: clay, tape, glue, markers, paint, pencils, crayons. Drawings are works of art. They can be made with colored pencils, markers, crayons, oil pastels, chalk pastels. Paintings are art. So this would be a landscape. A picture of the land is called a landscape. Photography is art. Pictures of things that sit on the table that do not move are called still life. They're small things that sit very still for long periods of time. They don't need a break. That is called a still life piece of art. Pottery is art. Pottery is made with clay. Art can be different sizes, so art can be really, really big. This is called a mural. Art can be small. Artists sometimes work together on one piece of art. Some artists prefer to work by themselves. This piece of art can be called abstract. Some art looks like something. This is called representational. It represents something in real life. So it's a portrait. Its face, neck, and shoulders is called a portrait. Art can look like nothing. This would be described as non-representational abstract because it doesn't look like anything. Writing and music are forms of expression, and therefore they are also art. Everyone can find the form of art that makes them feel good, whether it's writing, cooking, dancing, singing. Everything can be an art form. Art can express our human emotions. You can paint what you are feeling. Happy, sad, all the range of emotions are welcome in your artwork. Art can help us process our feelings as a form of self-expression. So when we paint what we are feeling, afterwards we usually feel better. Sometimes it could take 1, 2, or 3 pictures, but after a while you're going to start to feel that emotion move. Nature is art. If you like to spend time in nature, observing bugs, animals, plants, the sun, clouds, that is artwork. It's so beautiful and good for our souls. The art of being a good friend. This is an art form because it takes practice and patience, and we can get better at it with time. Moving your body is an art form. Dancing, the art of throwing in the perfect baseball pitch. This takes time, practice, energy, effort. How to style your clothing is an artistic expression. Some people express themselves best through what they're wearing. It shows their personality. How you wear your hair can be a form of art. Food can be a work of art. How food is plated. There's many different ways that artists express themselves through food. Furniture, how it's created, the materials it's made with. Carpets and blankets. These are intricate weavings, tiny threads that make up the entire piece of fabric. Gardening, where to put each flower, the timing of when each flower is going to arrive in that season, what flowers are going to come next. Arranging the flowers can be a work of art. Everything around us, really. Art can be beautiful or ugly. It's really in the eye of the beholder. Some people might want to hang this in their bedroom, and some people might prefer this one. And there's no right or wrong. It's just like, what do you prefer? Some people like chocolate ice cream. Some people like vanilla ice cream. It doesn't make one better than the other. It's an opinion. It's a preference. You can make really bad art, weird art, ugly art, silly art. As long as you're having fun and being safe, you can really make any type of art that you like. In my opinion, there's not anything good or bad. It's all about expressions, and it's an opinion. Literally anything you see around you with your artist eye can be considered art. Everyone is an artist in their own way. You just have to find your way. It might be writing, singing, dancing, cooking. Look around you, and over time, you're going to find what makes you feel good. If it's time outside in nature, gardening, if you prefer baking and making beautiful desserts, there's so many ways you can find your place in the art world. Remember, I am art, you are art, we are art, everything is art. All art is important. Now is a great time to pick up a copy of this book. You can get it at the library. You can find it on YouTube and listen to it. You can buy a copy and read along. I can't read it to you due to copyright, but you can definitely take a pause from this video and check that out. The next half of the video will be the art activity. So stay with me and we'll do some art together.
Welcome to your art lesson. All you need is a little bit of water and a small to medium sized paintbrush, whatever you have will work, and a piece of construction paper. We're going to learn about holding our paintbrush. Now I want you to show me how many fingers dinosaurs had. 2 or 3 little dinosaur fingers. So whichever hand you put the paintbrush in the middle, whatever hand you naturally grab the brush with is the hand you're going to use. And we're going to use those dinosaur fingers. Show me those dinosaur fingers. Wonderful. And you're going to pick up the paintbrush where the metal piece meets the wooden part of the brush. Right here, you're going to use those dinosaur fingers to pinch, pinch, pinch. And then you can imagine this is a little couch. So the end of the tail of the brush is going to sit on that little couch part of your hand. And these 2 fingers, you're going to curl them under, and they're going to become like the couch of your hand. If they keep uncurling, you can put a pom-pom or a rock or something in there to give them something to feel. My fingers are feeling that rock, like some biofeedback from the rock. And we're just going to practice with the paintbrush, being gentle with paintbrush on our skin. You can tickle the palm of your hand, the back of your hand. You can tickle your fingers and just feel being gentle with the paintbrush. So a paintbrush is a tool for an artist to make whatever they're going to be making that day, whether you're making a dinosaur or making a flower. Whatever you're making with your paintbrush, the paintbrush is the tool, it's the vehicle. It's going to take the water and put it onto the paper. And our paintbrush, so we're going to meet our paintbrush, helps us to get the paint or water or whatever you're using onto the paper. The paintbrush's hair should stay in a nice, like, swooping line. We don't want our paintbrush to look like an octopus and have multiple colors on it and have the bristles be sticking everywhere. When this happens, we've been too rough with the paintbrush and then the brush starts to fall apart. And if we don't have any paintbrushes, then we can't paint. So we want to take good care of our paintbrushes. We want to have one color at a time and that the brush is all going in kind of like a line when we're using it. See how it's like all in a line? We don't want to mash it and have it go in like many different directions like that, like this, because it's going to ruin your brush and then we won't be able to use it. So we want a nice, happy paintbrush whenever possible. Accidents do happen and that's okay. So for this activity, you just need construction paper, water, and your dinosaur fingers holding your brush. So the fingertips are going to make like a triangular shape. We're just going to stick the brush right in there. And again, if these fingers are floppy, you can hold something small, a rock or a pom-pom, to have that nice grip. This is the same grip we'll use to button buttons or tie shoes or pick up pennies off the floor. So we're going to load the brush with water. We're going to swish, swish at the bottom and drag it on the side. So this is the same way you'd load paint onto your brush too. So we'd swish the brush in paint and then drag it off the side. In this case, the water is going to act as magic paint. And we're going to make some marks on the paper. You can make whatever kind of marks you want. You can make lines. You can make dots by tapping your brush up and down. Doot, 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 doot. You can make dashes. You can strike through those dashes again and add an extra longer line. You can make shapes. You can make letters, numbers, really whatever you like. We're just practicing with our paintbrush and practicing mark making. Just getting used to the paintbrush, getting used to putting water in our brush, dragging it off at the side. And the cool thing with this is that the water will evaporate and we can reuse this piece of paper over and over again. So if I don't like the design, it's okay. It's going to disappear. And then we can reuse the paper again and again. You can see my number 2 is already disappearing. Here's where it was. But as the water evaporates and goes into the air, I'm left with a new piece of paper to paint something there again. Or you can flip it over and it's mostly gone on the back and you can add more on the back. You can tickle your hand with the water just to practice being gentle. Being gentle. Dinosaurs were great artists because they had such a great grip on their paintbrush. Because they only had, as my students have told me, 2 or 3 fingers. Some of the dinosaurs, not all probably, but the dinosaurs that had like something that looked like a hand, that's what my students have told me. And that's when we realized that dinosaurs were fantastic artists. So you can keep practicing. Your grown-up is going to put a song on and you're going to paint until that song ends. So we're going to learn to stick with something until that music stops playing. We're going to just keep practicing. Now, if we are too rough with our brush and too rough with the paper, we could put a hole in our paper. So we want to avoid that, and that's why we're learning gentleness right now. We're learning how to be gentle. We don't want to be poking or prodding the paper too hard, as it will put holes there. So we're practicing that gentleness and practicing mark making. Can you say mark making? Mark making. Great. And we're practicing the skill that will eventually be the skill of washing our paintbrush and dragging it off the side. So we swish it at the bottom, swish, swish, drag it on the side. Keep learning to care for that paintbrush. Thanks for joining us.